What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. It's Tuesday night. It is our favorite night of the week, and it is time to talk PortuGolaço, time to talk Liga Portugal. And with most of the league in action this week, we were just talking off air where I'll come right out and say it. I'm not a fan of Benfica rescheduling this game. It worked out terribly last year, and they went ahead and did it again. Braga not dealing with a viral infection this week, just with the scheduled week off. So they've only got one match played. I don't think they did themselves any favor with that.
Yeah. Not a good idea.
How did you guys like the action this weekend?
I watched the Sporting match and the Porto match.
Okay.
Yeah. I watched them too, and then I was able to watch the Gil Vicente Gazapia match yesterday.
Excellent.
Oh,
that was actually a pretty good game, yeah.
Yeah.
So the table's already kind of starting to take shape, right? Porto, we had our fingers crossed that Oroca was going to, and it was, like we said, 2-0.
No, yeah. I mean, it should have been more.
It should have been more.
It could have been more, exactly, to be fair. Let's start with some news, okay? Did you notice, guys, that Rodrigo Mora started for Roma this week?
Yes.
I know.
Yes, I did.
56 minutes, and Gasparini was happy with him.
Good.
Yes.
This is, I wonder, I don't fault Farioli because everything was working, but you got to wonder if Porto's brass couldn't have kind of been a little more insistent on hanging. They may have undersold this kid. It's too early to tell, but 25 million now and 25 million if Roma exercises. But if he blows up and somebody else wants to come in for more money, Roma gets half of that. Porto stand to make more as well. But if Roma exercise that clause, Porto could be missing out on additional revenue here, because I didn't expect him to start right off the bat when he just arrived midweek.
No, I didn't expect that. No, that was surprising.
It was surprising, and Gasparini throws him right in, and from all accounts played a good game. So I think it's worth watching what goes on there at Roma.
Yeah. I mean, right now it's way too early to tell, but it's interesting. I mean, there's zero doubt that he's a talented player.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just see where it goes from here. But we've had other talented players that really didn't materialize.
Talent's not usually the issue. It's adaptation, it's maturity, it's professionalism, it's things like that fall apart when they go abroad too early.
Yeah. I think his style of play suits that Italian league.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. The way that he plays. And it gave me a reason. It's the only reason I tuned into that Roma game is when I found out he was starting.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, so you saw it. What'd you think?
So I saw the first half, and it was interesting because I was like, oh, look at this. He's starting him side by side with Dybala up top behind the striker.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, I see what you're doing here. And him and Dybala, what he gives them with that formation, he gives them free reign to go from side to side everywhere on the field.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Mota was doing. He was pretty much, getting the ball. And first thing he did, it was trying to find Dybala.
Yeah.
And everybody knows what kind of player Dybala is. Even though you don't see him on the national team, which is like a sin because he can't play along with Messi. That's the whole rumor thing and everything. But that Dybala is one hell of a player. And it was good to see them play together. You could see a little chemistry already starting to build up.
Yeah, and Rogerio's saying it right here. He's saying him and Dybala could be very interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Worth tuning into some Roma matches.
Yes.
Yeah. I was tuning in, say, some AC Milan.
I saw that. That one I saw as well.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a good win.
Derek, the people want to know. They want to know what you think of João Palhinha now.
We've had some bad luck.
It's not done yet. He's not held up yet.
We've had some bad luck with João.
Yeah.
You went from Moutinho to Mario and now Palhinha.
No more joints. Every kid in the academy named João's got to go at this point.
I guess so.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it hurts more than anything.
Yeah, I bet it does.
Yes.
This isn't particularly new. Players have gone in both
Yeah.
directions over the years. Rui Jordão, Carlos Manuel, Paulo
João Vieira Pinto.
João Vieira Pinto, Simão Sprosa. I mean, we can go on for a
Just go
while.
on. I mean, yeah. There are a couple that hurt. Like, obviously, Quaresma really hurt because
he went north.
He became an absolute superstar up there.
Yes.
I mean, it sort of started. Paul Futh was, sort of like that first one where, he just shot into the stratosphere.
Yeah.
After he went to Porto, won the Champions League title. Then he became a hero at Atletico. I think he finished second one year in the Blonde Or. Usually it's these guys that leave Sporting and then have really good careers. I mean, this hurts because for me, João Palhinha is Sporting through and through. I remember his debut when he was 17. So now to see him, go to the Evil Empire. I mean, right now it hurts. I'm curious to see how he's going to be received at the Alvalade, because him leaving, it's sort of different from when Moutinho left. Moutinho left on really bad terms, and kind of sort of so did João Mario. So I don't think it's going to be as much animosity towards Palhinha as there were the other two. But yeah, I mean, this one does sting. Varandas did comment on it over the weekend. I guess Sporting were in on him at the beginning, but according to Varandas, he prioritized Tottenham, and I think that sort of rubbed Sporting the wrong way. That's the impression I got from Varandas's comments on their initial interest in Palhinha. We'll see what happens. I think it's a great addition for Benfica, and I think Sporting really do need a player like João Palhinha. It's too bad that he's going to the rival.
Yeah, Benfica desperately needed him. I didn't think this deal was ever going to make it across the line. I thought he clearly did not want to go to Newcastle because that would have been the deal. They had more to offer. They put a better deal on the plate. He did not want. He wanted to return to Portugal. It seems like.
Yeah.
When Aston Villa collapsed, that was what he had his mind set on.
Yeah.
Now, one of my first exposures to Portuguese football was the summer of '93. I was 10 years old, and Paulo Sousa went over to your side that year, and Pacheco. And my grandfather, if he were alive today, seeing Carlos Manuel on BTV, he'd be pissed off still at him. So, I mean, these kinds of things have happened throughout the years.
Yeah.
And it made João Vieira Pinto was similar because he wanted to stay in Portugal. Where else was he going to go?
Yeah.
The kind of
that was an extreme example too, because he was Benfica's golden boy.
Yeah. Right. And then a terrible president decided to just sack him because, the club was broke. It was an ugly situation. And but it is interesting now because now when this gets done, because he still hasn't held up the jersey with his name on it. So I'm still, nervous about it. Even though he passed the medical, all that sounds
I understand that. Absolutely.
Until I see him holding that jersey and on a team sheet. I've seen, Edison Cavani comes to mind where it was all set. It was reported everywhere. They even had a stage made for him with his name on it, and it never happened. So I'll still hold out some judgment. But if this does come to happen, this is the exact piece Benfica needed.
It is a sensational pickup.
This changes my view on selling Dedic. I thought that was terrible business. I know it was a good profit, but I thought it was terrible for the makeup of the squad. But if that facilitated the funds to make this happen, now it all is starting to make sense and starting to come together. And Benfica's still aggressively going after a few more targets right now. So we'll see what else lands. But honestly, guys, I cannot wait till this transfer window is closed. I cannot stand the daily speculation.
I just want to concentrate on the football.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to finish talking about that. I just want to concentrate on the football. I mean, Sporting just signed a left back today. I still don't understand the logic behind it. I think I don't understand why we let Mungish go. I thought Mungish was a good backup to have.
Yeah.
He's a pretty physically imposing guy. He's just a guy that can go in certain situations where we need to defend. He's got experience. So we essentially let him walk for nothing. So I was surprised that unless he was not happy with his backup role, that's the only thing that I could take away from that. But we went and signed a 17-year-old from the Belgian league. What can we expect from a 17-year-old?
Mauricio, you were about to say something a moment ago. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I said it last week. I'm done with the transfer market. I'm already tired of the rumors this Suarez agent keeps putting out there.
Yeah,
because it's him. There is no offers coming in for Suarez. Nobody came in to get you. But every week, there's a new team and a rumor that wants you, and it's because of your stupid agent. I'm already over it, dude. You're not leaving. You're not going nowhere. No one made a bid for you. So just because that stupid Turkish ex-president didn't win doesn't mean everybody wants you now.
Presidential candidate. Yeah.
I'm already done with that. And everything you guys said about Bain, I agree. I think it makes Benfica better because now you have him and Arsenis in the midfield.
Yeah.
And you can even, if you don't sell Rios, you can move Rios into that Sudakov role, which is a better position for him.
Probably.
And it just suits them perfectly. That diamond. And that's why I told you I don't want him going to Benfica because it's going to suit them perfectly. But it did. And like Derek said, Varandas came out. I think what he said and what his close friends said, I think it rubbed them the wrong way. Like Derek said, we wanted you. We even put in a higher offer to buy you from Bayern. And you kind of said, no, I want to go to Tottenham. And then once Tottenham said no, you forced your way because you wanted to go to Portugal. But yeah, I'm just over the transfer thing. I wanted the season to go and get these rumors done and all the rumors with Benfica guys, but nobody's rumored to buy a Porto guy.
Never.
Or a Sporting guy. Dude,
it was only the one they allowed to be sold, which was Rodrigo Mora. It's only because they allowed it.
It's sort of Porto is sort of they're known for their collective, I think. The greater, the sum, just the final sum is greater than the parts there.
Right.
Yeah, because there isn't really one standout guy. They just play so well together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there maybe Diogo Costa, but it really is there a 50 million, 60 million euro guy there?
Right.
Aston
Villa
real standout player.
25 mil on Suzuki.
But I wouldn't say it was a standout guy that a team absolutely needs to have.
Right.
No.
Yeah, so again, like you guys said, I can't wait for this window to be closed. I was impressed how quickly pictures of João Palhinha as a 10-year-old in a Benfica shirt was surfaced.
Right.
You wonder if those things are even real at some point. But yeah, it's I don't care to hear anything from Fabrizio Romano anymore. I want to see my team come together now. Yeah, sure, more pieces are good, but normally for our teams at this point, it's the fear is somebody's going to leave, and it's going to be too late to replace them. And I think we've all seen it in Portugal where a guy leaves at the 11th hour of the window, and you have no time to replace him, and then what? You're left with a situation on your hands.
Yeah, that happens. Happened Sporting last year.
Yeah,
with Jota.
Right.
Yeah.
With Jota. Yeah, we didn't have it. We assumed that it was good to go. That was a done deal. We did not have a plan B in place, and then the paperwork came through 15 minutes late, and we lost. So and we didn't have an alternate, and we were thin at that winger position.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So let's get into some of the results. Okay. Starting on Saturday, Marítimo are 2-2, a 2-2 draw with Académico de Viseu.
Were they down 2-0?
They were down 2-0. That's right. Académico Viseu was up 2-0 at halftime. Clovis scores again. We've talked about him a little bit. This is a guy that's got some attention. He's on the older end, but he was the top scorer in the second league last year.
Yep.
Now he scores again. But then in the second half, in the last 20 minutes, Marítimo come roaring back. Remember, they were one of the teams on 6 points going in, and they defended their undefeated record. They didn't get the win at home here, but they did rescue a point, and I think it's worth commending for a promoted side. This is really as good of a start as I think Marítimo could have asked for.
Yeah, also you gotta also hand it to Viseu.
Yeah,
who have gone to 2 tough places and have taken a point away.
Yeah, they're on 2 points.
So I mean, that's great for a team that it just got promoted. They're looking to stay up.
Right.
When you can get away points at truly difficult places to play.
Yeah, absolutely.
That could pay dividends at the end. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Estoril drop another one. They lose 2-0 at home to Rio Ave.
No.
And
a good result.
No.
I don't think anyone's too surprised. I think we're missing Ian Castro a bit in this league.
Yeah.
I think the quality of play he brought. Yeah, they have a more pragmatic approach now, but here they are dropping, all 3 points at home to a Rio Ave team that I don't think is all that strong. But
no.
But it's 3 huge points for Rio Ave and what their objectives are.
Estoril really has a good team too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they have good players.
They do have good players.
This may be a mismatch for the coach, I think.
Mm-hmm.
right.
And that brings us to Saturday night's match, which is y'all's boys Sporting taking on Alverca at the Alvalade. 3-0 victory. Couldn't have started any better for Sporting.
3-1.
3-1. I mean, yeah.
In my opinion, that was the moment of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Getting the goal in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That's my vote for Golaço.
I agree with you.
Of the week, yeah. I didn't even leave. That'd be great. That'd be great if he stayed.
Yeah, he's saying on the screen that Pot might not even leave based on what Varandas said.
I mean,
another reason I can't stand, because here's a player that hasn't done any, that's been on the side by himself waiting to go somewhere, and now you're gonna have to reintegrate him.
I don't know why you can't play him while he's still waiting to.
I'd like to know the circumstances of this whole thing. Is this really him wanting to leave, or is this Sporting's design? The powers that be, Rui Borges and Palmeiro and Varandas, coming up with this design, looking to steer this team in a different direction. Is it a combination of both? I like to know the real circumstances, behind them essentially forcing this leave. Because I think that he would fit in great with this team right now. I think we need a player like Port on this team. So I'm really curious to see, because we'll never know the real reasons behind this. Behind his departure, or them trying to force his departure. But I think this team does need him. Going back to what I said, the moment of the game was Maxi's goal, because if after that there was very little in the first half, and I think if Maxi doesn't score that goal, and this thing goes on 0-0 without Sporting creating any opportunities, going through 20, 25, 30 minutes. There was already a lot of question marks heading into this game. I think it could have been a very nervy affair.
Yeah.
If he had not scored that goal in the first 2 minutes, that sort of settled things down. Sporting did not play well in the first half. They managed the goal. I like that they had more possession. I think they had more control of the game, but they were unable to penetrate and really create any opportunities after that in the first half. There was a snapshot by Fabio Gonçalves, but it was, if you look at the replay, it was comfortably saved by the keeper. Again, if you want to break down the game, I just want to say, did Sporting play well? No, I don't think Sporting played well in this game. But is this a step in the right direction? I think the game was a step in the right direction. Was Sporting the better team? And they did deserve to win? Yes, and that's the first time I can say this. I can say that this year. So that's pretty big. I think we had, some of the better performances of the season for some players out there. I thought Altamira was really good. So, I mean, I think the guy's starting to grow on me. I thought he was really good. I think he provides that additional defensive support that Sporting needs. I liked the fact that Rui Borges put in a new defense. He put in the boss. He put in Ibrahim Ba, and because I think he needed to light a fire.
Vishkon talks about that here. He says Inacio shockingly didn't start. He may be on his way out. The new defender Bob played a good game.
I think defensively Ba did really well. He's not as comfortable on the ball as someone like Inacio or even Quaresma, but we really don't need that. We need a defender that defends better than he attacks. We have tons of defenders who attack better than they defend. So I think this is what this team needed. He started, and I think that his place in the starting 11 is pretty much solidified. I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he's going to be a starting center back, going forward. I thought DeBoss was a little sloppy. He's still knocking off some rust. That's what I detected. Maxi definitely a step in the right direction. I think he played much better than he did against Guimarães, but he's still not, the Maxi. Going back, I thought Altamira was good. Doumbia, better. He was better in this match. I still get that watching him play. I still feel it still looks like he feels more comfortable playing higher up the pitch. That's the impression that I get from him. Interesting what they did. They moved Salazar out wide, and I think he produced more out wide. But it was to the detriment of Flavio Gonçalves, who was essentially a non-factor in this game.
Okay.
They pushed Flavio Gonçalves to the middle, sort of behind the striker, and it just didn't work. I think he's a kid that needs space, and he just didn't have space in this game. It was pretty easy. Great game from Jenny Katamo again, and a goal for Lucho Suarez. I think that's super important because we need him.
Yeah.
We need to recover him. He needs to get by. We need to get by this transfer period, and we need him doing what he does best.
Got to refocus on being a sport.
Get him focused on being a striker. I'm the guy. I'm the scorer. I'm the goal scorer. We need him to be the Lucho Suarez of last year. That's going to be absolutely essential for Sporting, because lo and behold, who was sitting in the stands? Ionidic. Didn't take too long to get hurt. And this has been a theme with this guy for the last few years. And, I foresee this being an issue for the rest of the season as well. So we need a fully operational Lucho Suarez. I think in the second half, you finally saw Sporting do better in the counterattacks. We did concede possession as we did in those first two games. But with the difference here was we're able to effectively counterattack. And that resulted in two further goals. Especially looking at Lucho's third goal. The second goal was a little bit lucky. The keeper, obviously should have done better. But it was Jenny's great run there, and also the bench. We finally saw production off the bench. I was pretty impressed with Nkunda, coming off the bench. I saw some good things. Not a selfish player. He does look to play in his teammates. He gave a great opportunity to Doumbia. Doumbia missed. Doumbia had just missed a great goal scoring chance prior to that as well. He was involved in those counterattacks. So we could have scored. Also with the shot by Salazar that was saved, and then Rafael Mel, it would have been great for him to score. To get some confidence. It was point blank, you should to show, it's a great opportunity for him. But it was great to see the bench produce. Even Luis Guilherme going in there, he helped a lot with defending. When we needed help defending, holding on to the lead that we had. So overall, it was a victory. It was a much needed victory. It was a deserved victory. It was a step in the right direction, but I still don't think we're there yet. I don't know how you feel, Mauricio, but yeah. I still think we got some ways to go.
Mauricio, do you agree with Rogerio here that Sporting need to sell Jenny? His value will never be higher.
So
I don't think
If
we can
someone's
sell it.
going to listen,
I don't think you can either.
The thing is, I don't think he's going
I'd
to
love
be
you to,
sold. But
I know. I mean, it would be. It would hurt us
if
big time on
Sunderland
the.
gives you 45 to 50 mil, which is what you're asking up front, right now
Yeah.
they're at 40. Are you ever going to see a 50 mil for Jenny ever again? Probably not. It's hard to turn down.
Yeah.
I look at it this way. If I sell Jenny, there's no reason why, like Derek just said, why did we buy a 17-year-old left back when you can move a player like Maxi who excels up there? He shows you what he can do in this game with that goal. And when he came from Toluca, he played the wing. I don't know why he doesn't play up there. That's the guy I would move. If, God forbid, if Jenny leaves and that's the value you get, I would move Maxi and I would go get me a left back. And that's what I would do. Because it's cheaper to buy a left back than it is to replace a winger of Jenny's talent. That's what I would do if he was to leave. So,
I just don't think he doesn't. I think we've made enough big money sales.
Oh, yeah. We have enough
I
money.
think we made
I'm
enough.
just saying, if that's to happen, that's the move I would make. I would move Maxi up, and I would go get me a quality left back. Like, you have a guy like a Rafael Guerrero who's out there not playing for someone who could start for any one of the teams in our league, who is a quality left back that would be for our league. Or you can even go buy someone else for 20 mil or even less with quality than having to spend 25 to 30 to replace, let's say, a talent like Trincão and Jenny and stuff like that. That's the move I would make if he was to be sold. That would be me.
All right. What's your take on this match for Sporting?
So I agree with Derek. They're not there yet. The second half, you're still not coming out aggressively, or like you still controlled the ball, but you still looked a little lackadaisical in the second half.
Yeah.
Maxi showed you right away that goal was huge because it just pumped up the entire stadium, the team, everybody, and just the way that he scored it too with that run and that finish. I think the best thing out of this game, even though the boss is still rusty, was the defense. That was the best thing I saw in this game, is because you got Fresneda to play again, you had Maxi, you had Ba, and Derek said it last week. Mauricio, what can we do to fix this? The only thing is you hope a Ba turns into a good player, and hopefully that's the signs of it right there. Yeah. That's the only way you can fix it, because once the boss got subbed and Quaresma came in, the goal came because Quaresma didn't step up. Yeah, it was Altamira's guy coming through, but Quaresma didn't step up. And I also needed Rui Silva to do better on that shot too, a little bit. But listen, that's the positive I took out of the game, is just that offensively, I don't worry about our team. I think offensively we have talent. Salazar, Suarez, you have Flavio, the young kid. Dumbia can move up into that role. You have Guilherme. Erocunda showed you something. I was always concerned with the defense and Altamira helping out those center backs, almost like the Bainha type role that you needed to fill out, which I agree with Derek.
This last game he did, I think.
Right, and this was Altamira's best game. I agree with Derek.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That he started. And I just hope that I think an Erocunda takes that spot from Flavio, because I would love to see Flavio come off the bench, because I would rather him run at tired guys and take advantage of it. Yeah, because he's with that age and his energy, and also he has playmaking ability. I feel like you could find more runs in the second half with teams breaking down and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that, if Bot doesn't get sold, which right now it's 50-50, then Bot gets that starting spot, and you can move a Flavio to the bench.
Then you can move him central. You can move him central, and you can keep Salazar out wide.
Exactly, and it's a joker to have.
I think that would be ideal.
Yeah.
I think that'd be ideal. I mean, I don't know if it's going to happen. I mean, he's been training,
right?
But he's just doing. But he's sort of been training apart. Right. So he'd have to again, join the rest of the team and begin to develop some chemistry, because there's a lot of new players on this team.
Right.
So I mean, I think you should have been training, fully with this team.
Yeah.
Because there was no guarantees that we were going to sell him. There's no guarantees in football, in the market. So it would have been nice if he was fully incorporated So if he is not sold, he can slot in seamlessly. Now there'd be a time to adapt and getting used to his teammates.
And him not playing, we don't know where that's from. We don't know if it's coming from him because he's used to getting injured the last couple of years and he didn't want to mess up his transfer. That's rumored to happen. It could be him. It could be Spartan. We don't know what it is. Like Derek just said, we're never going to know the truth as to what's really going on.
Because Rui Borges is just making it sound like very casual. Like, I've seen it in the press conferences. Bragança and Porto, they wanted to try something new.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
they wanted to try something new. So good luck to them.
Go.
Is that going to be our politics? Every time someone says, "Oh, we want to try something new," or we're just going to, throw our hands in the air and say, "Oh, good luck," No, that's not how you run a football club. So it's more than that. I do think it's more than that. They may want to look at new clubs and get more money. I still think this is their brainchild. This is the design that they came up with. I think it was precipitated by that loss to Turinese. And the powers that be got together and they're like, we need to steer this club in a different direction. This is going to be our vision going forward. We're going to be a much more physical team. And I think this is the direction that they wanted to go. And this is totally by design.
Yeah. And I think,
in my opinion.
And I think Rui Silva got his warning shot. If that's the rumor that Kaiki's coming in for goal.
Oh yeah, that's
Spartan just giving you a warning shot, letting you know, hey, the first 3 games haven't been really that great, and I think that's also bring on Rui Silva.
I think he was much more steady this last game.
Yes,
Guimarães, he was a complete mess. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, it was for a goalie with that kind of experience. Sort of reminds me of Adan. That third, fourth year, there was a diminishment of skills.
Yes.
It kind of got me scared. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
That Marseille game switched on me after I saw him with that. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, there was just a decline, just this abrupt decline. Yeah.
All right. I want to ask you guys, what was different this week? Because there was no collapse in the second half this time. As you said, Derek, the second half was better than the first. So what did Rui Borges do something different, or did Alverca not come out as strong as previous opponents, or did Spartan correct something and really figure out what was causing their issues in the first 2 rounds? In your opinion?
In my in my opinion, I think that the just this shakeup in the starting lineup, I think lit a fire under them. I think they, I think that really did it. It just seemed like they were more compact and more solid, because in the second half they did concede possession. Alverca did have more of the ball, but it just seemed that Sporting was more locked in. They were more compact. Alverca really didn't create any opportunities until the end, those last 10 minutes. When we had made the subs, when we took the Bast off and put Quaresma in, and so on and so forth. And we took Salazar out. But yeah, I think that I think the modifications that he made to the starting lineup definitely helped our team and made our team a little bit more solid. I think, and also shout out to Nkunda. Nkunda came in there and he gave us an outlet for those counterattacks, which we didn't have in those first 2 games. I mean, the first 2 games, after the 60th minute, we were non-existent. We were completely disconnected. I do think here like I said, I mentioned this when I talked before, I think that there was finally a Sporting counterattack, an effective counterattack, in this game. And I think it had a couple things. Nkunda coming off the bench, also having Salazar out wide. It looked like Salazar had more freedom, in this game. And he was making really good passes, feeding guys out wide, when he came into interior spaces. I think it was just a combination of the defensive mix, the defensive changeup, and also finding an effective bench. that came in and continued to produce.
Yep.
That's what I saw there in that second half.
Mauricio, anything you saw that he didn't mention or any?
No, I agree everything. I think it was the bench and the defensive change that he made. But also don't forget, Alverca was missing Chiquinho, their best player.
Of course.
Which does make a difference for them. But what Derek said, I 100% agree. I think it was because of the two defensive changes that he made. And finally the bench made an impact in the game.
Yeah.
All right.
Shout out to Alverca though. That's a nice pickup. I think Andre Vidigal is a great pickup.
Yeah.
I think he's a good player. And he showed us a little bit there in the second half. So as he gets to gel more with this team, and get him and Chiquinho, you can get some production out of those guys. I think it was a nice under the radar pickup for them.
28-year-old Angolan player. Where did they pick him up from? I'm trying to see here.
I think he was playing out in
Wycombe
England.
Wanderers.
Wycombe Wanderers, yeah.
So I think they're in the Championship or League One.
I think they're League One.
I think they're League One. Yeah.
They went over there. I think he was playing for a team prior to that. I just remember him at Maritimo a few years back. I'm like, oh, this guy's a good player, and he has the pedigree. He's part of that Vidigal bunch.
Yeah.
And listen, Alverca just picked up another midfielder with a lot of experience. So I think it was Zé Pedro. I think out of Brazil. So they're getting some guys with experience.
Zé
Rafael. Yeah,
from Santos. From a big club,
they're getting some guys that can play.
Yeah,
and they picked up Chiquinho last year, so they're on there looking at you have to be opportunistic, if you're not Sporting, Benfica, Porto, or Braga.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to look at the market.
Not to change the subject, but did you guys hear about the sale of Estrela da Amadora this week?
Yes.
Yes.
40 million
to
40 mil.
For I think the original investment was like 72,000 or 7. I know they were in the amateur. They were in the district level.
72 grand. You're right.
72 grand, and then fused with the Sintra Football SAD, which basically purchased their way into the professional level, and then they got promoted into the first division. So. Cristiano Oliveira, he tweeted that he's been breaking news lately, and I made a little joke on his thread, and I just said, "Oh, good, I got a team to root against now." Estrela for relegation. I had no expectation of that simple joke of a reply getting 10,000 views and filling up my inbox with angry responses. It was a throwaway comment. I don't expect to get that kind of visibility on anything I say, but.
These schemes really haven't worked.
Looks like it's being owned by ex-footballers, which I have some reservations about that too.
I got Max Hummels, right? And
it was Jan Sommer.
Yeah,
Hummels,
Jan Sommer.
And the other German guy.
It's the guy playing for Vancouver, isn't it? Was it Muller?
Yes.
Yeah.
The guy,
Still an active player, so.
Derek, you're right. It's Muller.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming they're not the only 3 investors. I think they're the face of it. There has to be some business people in there.
Wasn't Patrice Evra a part of it too?
Is Patrice Evra in that consortium, or is he part of? Isn't he part of?
You've had some I know Edgar Davids was involved in a club in the lower levels here in Portugal.
And Vinicius Jr. is a part owner of Alverca. I'm not sure where Evra falls. I know he falls in one of these camps.
Yeah, I think Davids has some Portuguese roots.
He played in Brazil as well. I think Davids early in his career. I think I had heard that, or maybe I'm confusing him for another Dutch player. But so it'll be interesting to see. I mean, this should. It doesn't sound like a lot of money. I mean, it almost sounds like any group of players could go buy a club for 40 million. I mean, with 3 or 4 guys pulling it together, and probably some more minority investors.
Exactly.
All I'm saying, make Bolens great again.
They're working on it. Hey, they are 3-0. Shout out.
They are 3-0. Yeah.
Liga 3 English is in the can. I recorded last night. They are 3-0. 9-4-1 against Bolonenses.
It's those pastéis nata. That's what it is.
They've got Wilson Eduardo on their team, Derek. João Mario's brother.
They have Wilson
Wilson
Eduardo,
Eduardo.
right?
Wait a minute, the old Sporting guy in Braga?
Yeah, João Mario's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Belenenses
That's my all-time second team. Make them great.
I didn't know Eduardo was still playing. Wow.
Yeah, he's like 38, but he's still on their roster. It's actually really fascinating because they're arch rivals, but they've spent most of their existence in different divisions. But Belenenses and Atletico right now are the top two in the south section of the Liga 3.
Oh, that's great.
That is
Actually.
good.
That's great.
I'm looking forward to that derby later on.
Yes.
All right, moving along. I just wanted to get you guys' thoughts on that. Let's go to Vitória Guimarães, 1-0 winners over Nacional real quick. Finally, Thiago Margarido gets the first win. It was a good win. I think Vitória fans understand that the start to the season was difficult. They didn't have easy matches either. They would have a different point total had they been drawn in a different spot in the draw that created the fixture list. But I think it's a huge win for them. Gustavo Silva with the 4th-minute goal that holds up. But again, very important, especially in front of their home fans to get their first points of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move along, and we got Santa Clara 1-0 winners over Famalicão. Is it time to get concerned about Famalicão?
First coach to get fired.
Is Carlos Carvalhal the guy?
First coach.
Wow, that would be a surprise.
If I'm not mistaken, that is 0 points from 3 matches.
I think they have 1 point.
They have 1 point. You're right. They drew 1 and lost.
Yeah.
1. But yeah, I was not expecting this for Fama. I was
neither.
expecting me and a lot of others were expecting them to really start soaring, and thinking that they were gonna, last year they would have been in Europe had a fluke of an upset in the cup final not have happened, and now this year we thought they'd solidify that spot, and it's really early, but I think there might be some pressure coming on Carlos Carvalhal pretty soon.
Yeah.
I think there's some expectation.
Yeah, absolutely. They've earned it at this point. They've earned the expectation and the pressure. It's no longer just another mid-table job. This is one of the better jobs in Portugal.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think the side there sees themselves as a top 7-6 team in the league.
Yeah, and I think
and they have every right to.
Yeah,
with
that's
the sales
fair.
and players that they've gotten. Yeah.
I think, the next couple of games is going to be big for them. They are going to play Sporting soon.
Yes.
Yeah. So that could be that could be the tipping point game right there.
It doesn't get easy. Their next game is, I think, Gil Vicente, right? Or am I wrong?
And there's another informed side.
Yep.
Yeah.
Santa Clara, speaking of informed, 2 victories and a draw to start the season. 7 points right now for the Azorians. Not what I had predicted, but happy to see it. It's happy to see them doing well. But
and the striker who's on fire in the league is on their team.
Yeah, that's right. You look at it. Gonçalo Paciência has got 4 goals in 3 matches.
Wow.
That was a great signing when they made it. I remember talking about that a little bit, and I remember Nino getting excited about that too. And he has fit like a glove there at Santa Clara.
Yep.
All right. Yep. So then that brings us to, of course, the one we all had penciled in. Porto 2, Roca 0. Football's a game of 11 against 11. Everyone fights hard, and in the end, Porto win 2-0. It seems to be just another day at the office for the Dragons.
Yeah, it seems like it's very similar to the way they started last season. Yeah.
Quietly taking maximum points.
Yeah, I think right now they're firing on all cylinders. This is the first look I got at Porto. I hadn't watched the first 2 games, but yeah, I mean, again, it's their high press is very effective. They're winning the ball high up the pitch, and the opponent doesn't have much time on the ball. The time of ball recovery is so quick. And when you can do that, you're going to win.
Yeah.
When you get high presses as effective as they're pressing right now, and you're winning the ball back in like really high areas, and you're constantly putting pressure on the opponent's defense, you're eventually going to get a goal. You're going to win. You saw that in the second half when they had 2 goals called off. You knew it was coming. They were gonna break through. There was just too much pressure. It's just an onslaught of pressure until you finally succumb. So again, this is how they started last season too. You did see like their intensity drop as the year went on, because I think it's impossible to keep this level of intensity.
Right.
It was so intense that Aroca never stood a chance, to be honest with you.
And to be fair, Porto are going to have much harder midweek games in about a month or so. So when they did a year ago, they're going to be tested a little bit more. Their depth is going to be.
I'm happy. Last year, Sporting drew them in the 4th round. I'm happy we're not playing them right now. You do not want to play this team right now. That's my opinion.
Right.
You just
You're
do
right.
not want
It was an early matchup between the two.
Yeah.
And then they went to the Alvalade and won, and that ended up being, I think, the key game for the entire season. I made a big deal of it. I made a big deal out of it last year, and I think I was right. That game was a big deal. I just, nobody wants to. I just do not play this team right now. That's all I got to say. Do not play this team right now. They're firing on all cylinders right now. They're going to be very hard to beat. For the foreseeable future. And so you start seeing it, and you will see a drop in intensity, but just stay away from these guys right now. That's my take.
Goals from Gabi Veiga and Borja Sanz. An assist from William Gomes and another assist from Pepe. It's the front, those key guys in the attack there, they're all producing right now.
Yeah.
Mauricio,
it's that midfield that just wins the ball fast. So.
Mauricio, what did you see when you look at this Porto team so far this season? It's to me, I say it every week. It's a continuation of last season. They haven't dropped a beat.
It's exactly what it is. And the thing is, when you have the best defense on your team and you're that confident, and their pressure is so high, like Derek said, they're so confident leaving them one-on-one, knowing that not only do they have the legs to get back, they know confident you're not going to get past Bednark or Keywood, and even if you do, you have Diego Costa back there. So that's why their press is just so high, and things like that. And they're just and this is without Varela. Varela's still on the bench. He didn't even play this game. He didn't start it. It was Pablo Rosario that was in the middle.
Pretty seamless.
Rosario is like a switchblade for them. He's played right back. He's played center back. He's played in the midfield. So he's been a quality signing for them.
Absolutely.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah. They played with Zaidu and they were fine.
Exactly. And right now, and maybe you can check this, Mickey. I don't think they've conceded a goal yet.
I don't believe they have either.
And guess what? And that's the thing with them is they're fine winning one. Once they get that first goal, I think that's all the confidence that they need. They know once they get the first one, you have to get 2, and there's no way in their mind you think they're going to give up 2 goals. And
they've won every game 2-0.
Yeah, and that's why
6 goals, 4 none against.
When Derek says 1-0, that's really what they want. They're looking for the 1-0.
They're fine with that.
They're fine with that. That's really what it is.
They're totally comfortable not possessing for long stretches if they need to.
And if they're
Andre Silva is sort of just a placeholder.
And if the rumors are true, they lost Moda, but they're getting firepower back. They're going to get Fofana back.
Fofana's back.
Played in the system last year, so is familiar with the system, is familiar with his role, and they're looking for an additional striker in Jimenez that they've been trying for weeks to get.
Yeah.
We'll see if it happens or not. But then that adds on to your attack that's already pretty good. And that's waiting until Samu gets back too, and he's 100%. So right now, there's like Derek said, there's nothing. You don't want to play these guys right now. You just want to wait.
You want something to happen to break up the momentum.
The thing is, I just need somebody to at least score a goal. Like last year, we talked about
that'd be the first step. Let's get a goal on
them.
Yeah,
we were asking for little things like a tie or a goal, or like we need something that breaks their confidence a little.
Yeah. If you count the
it was the own goal at the Alvalade. That was the first goal they could see. I think.
If you count the Super Cup, they are now at 360 minutes without a goal, 4 straight matches without conceding.
And I think,
and and it never looked like Aroca was going
No,
to
so
score.
Derek just said what I was just going to say. These first 3 league games, I don't think there's been a shot or anything with the Acosta where I thought, wow, that team was going to score. I really haven't come to that point where they really felt really threatened. I really haven't. And listen, that's merit to them. I give them all the credit. The stability and everything they had back there, they're just playing at a really good level. And you just right now, as a Sporting, as Benfica, as a Braga, you just can't fall far behind. That's really what it is.
Yeah, no, you have to try to weather this storm right now and try to stay close.
Right.
I mean, imagine being 5-7 points behind these guys.
It's a long way. They just don't seem like they're going to drop many points again.
Right.
No. And it's team football. It's nothing individual.
Yeah, it's hard to prepare for.
It's this philosophy about intensity. I give a lot of credit to Farioli. When a team comes out there, from the opening whistle, and they're on top of you, that means your coach prepared you to play, got you ready for this game. I think that has a lot to do with the coach. However, whatever he says to you before you walk onto the pitch, how he prepared you during the week. These guys go in there and they are ready to play from the opening whistle, and I think that's a sign of great coaching. It's too often I've seen a team go out there lackadaisical at the beginning, trying to like grow into the game. These guys are in your face. In the first second, So I mean, credit to Farioli, credit to the collective of this team. They press together, they win the ball high together. It's not just one guy winning the ball. It's just a team effort. It's hard to single somebody out. When it comes to play.
I have the stat line up and. Not many things jump out at you. They're not overwhelmingly dominant in a lot of, but there's one area where this really jumps out. Total shots for Porto, 23. Total shots for Aroca, 4. Touches in the opposition's box. Porto, 42. Aroca, 8. So,
and even if you tried to beat them in the air, you have those 2 guys in the middle that win every ball.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are you going to do? Really, the only way to get these guys is on a good counter. Like Derek said, you break that press and get them on those wing backs. Because down the middle with Varela and those 2 guys, it's hard to really break.
Yeah, it's very hard, especially now. Especially, like I said, I think that you'll have better luck against them 2 months down the road.
Right.
When they are playing during the week, and they're not going to come out as intense because it's just
they're human.
Humanly, it's impossible. Physiologically, it's impossible. So right now, I just feel like they're a buzzsaw. They completely suffocated Aroca. You knew pretty much right from the get-go this was not going to be a good night for them. So I was afraid. I hadn't seen them yet. I was afraid that this is what they were going to show me, and they just they further reinforced the point that right now they're the best team right now.
Yeah.
In the league. Yeah, we just got right now. It's just about getting points and staying close.
Exactly. And the other match, last match of the week, was Gil Vicente 2-0 winners over Casa Pia. I stand by what I said. I think Casa Pia are going down this year.
After watching this game, I agree with you. Yes.
Right now, this is a miserable existence right now for them.
And that's not taking anything away from Gil Vicente. They got 6 points here. They've only played 2 matches. They're perfect. So we'll see.
Yeah.
They had their match with Braga postponed due to illness breaking out in Braga's team. So we'll see. But remember, they had a good start to the season last year. Be interested to see if they
rode
it 3/4 of the way. So
and that's all that team needs to do is stay up. So if you have a good start, the first half of the season where you get 25 points, 30 points, you're guaranteed. Your principal objective is achieved, and the rest is just gravy. So if you can get off to a good start and get to double-digit points pretty quick, then the outlook is good. But from what you said, Mike, this Casapia are in big trouble.
Yeah.
They're a sinking ship right now.
Negative 10
really
goal difference right now. No points.
Negative 10 goal difference.
No goals scored. Never mind negative 10. They haven't scored a goal yet.
Yeah, that's.
They are the only team in the league without a goal after 3 matches.
It's a sinking ship, like Derek said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The seat is already hot.
They almost kind of remind me that year when we all saw Boavista and we were like, "This is not going well," and we all knew they were going down.
And we all saw how that ended.
We all saw how that ended. Right.
Yeah. When you get off to a start like this, it's a bad harbinger.
So, with that, we've gone through the matches. Mauricio, any ideas for our Nino Torres Golaço of the week? I'll let you go.
I agreed with Derek. So I watched the goal. So I went and I did some homework before the podcast. Like, let me watch goals. So I watched some goal highlights through all the games this weekend. I agree with Derek. I think Maxi's goal was the best goal I saw.
Okay. So with 2 votes, that solidifies it. So there we go. He'll be the 3rd name on the trophy. I actually have an AI trophy made. I'm gonna post it on social media tomorrow with each player's name on it. So all right, let's go to our predictions then for the next round.
Let's do it.
Pull up the matches for next.
Hopefully we have a full weekend. Tired of the late game.
We got a Friday match.
Yeah, we do. So Friday, we start off with you guys. Sporting are visiting Rio Ave in Vila do Conde.
I'm going to go.
We'll let Derek go last.
Derek was always going to go last. We know this. I'm gonna go 2-0. I'm finally going to get us the shutout. I'm going to say 2-0 Sporting.
I'll go with 3-1 Sporting.
I'll go 2-1 Sporting. I think it's going to be another small step.
Yes.
In the right direction.
Cool. All right. Saturday, Alverca hosting Santa Clara.
That's actually a pretty good game.
There's a couple good ones this week.
Yeah.
I'll go 1-1.
I agree. I'm going to go 1-1 on that one. Alverca's tough to beat at home.
Yeah.
Just to be different, I'll go 2-2. But yeah, a draw is what I got. Aroca at home to Marítimo. This is a good one.
Oh wow! Okay, yeah.
Ooh. I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go 2-1 Marítimo.
Okay, you going with the road team?
Yes, I'm gonna switch this up. I like the way they're playing, and I feel like they feel confident. I know Aroca plays better at home. I'm gonna go 2-1 Marítimo.
All right, I'll go 2-1 Aroca for the bounce back after the defeat. I'm curious to see how they respond. Marítimo on 7 points. Maybe are they for real or not? I don't know yet. So I'll go with Aroca on this one. I know them a little bit better right now.
I agree with Mike. I want to go 2-1 Aroca.
Right. Académico de Viseu hosting Porto.
Oh.
Or it could be 0-2.
Yeah, that's sad.
I was gonna go.
I agree.
3-0 Porto, just to be different.
All right.
I'm going 2-0.
All right. Nacional hosting Estrela da Amadora, the $40 million club or €1 million club.
Yeah.
At the Chopana.
Oh. You know what? I will look for Nacional to bounce back, and I'll go 1-0 Nacional.
Yeah, I'll go 2-1 Nacional. I think Nacional win as well.
I'm going to go 1-0 Nacional.
All right. Casa Pia hosting Moreirense.
This is my Nino 0-0 game.
All right. I think Moreirense will win 1-0 on the road.
I'm going to go 1-0 Moreirense as well. The misery continues.
We talked about Famalicão and how it doesn't get any easier. They're at home to Gil Vicente this week.
Ooh.
Ugh, I'm actually torn on this one. I think Famalicão needs this, and they need it bad, or else Gurriel is going to be pretty much on fire. So I'll go 1-0 Famalicão.
Yeah, I agree with Mauricio. I think Famalicão finally get it done. It's long overdue. I think it's 2-1. I'll say in this one.
I think it's going to be a cagey affair. It's going to end 1-1.
And then Monday, we have 2 games on Monday. So we have Benfica hosting Estoril in the early one.
Right.
I'll go 3-1 Benfica.
I was going to say the same exact
Me
thing.
too.
Yeah.
I have the same exact. Always good for conceding a goal right now. For now, I think that's probably going to continue. So 3-1 Benfica. And then a good one, really good one, Monday night. Too bad it's on a Monday. Braga versus Vitória. The derby Minhoto, excuse me.
This is always a good one. I'm going to go 2-2.
Dude, are you reading my mind?
I was literally about to say.
I'm going to go 2-2, man.
My only question is how ready is Braga? They've missed some action. They haven't played a lot.
They haven't really
I'm
played,
not sure, but 2-2 is my gut feeling.
They have to go to Austria, right? They have to go to Austria
on Thursday. Yep.
They got a 2-0 win on the first leg, so they should see that through.
Yeah.
That should Benfica. Benfica should see that through as well.
Yeah,
I know.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah. So the good thing about having these 4 teams in Europe, it's going to help the coefficient.
Yeah.
Teams are just racking up wins. So.
All right, and then that is it for round 4. So, anything else anybody wants to bring out before we call it a week?
Yeah, can BN show more games instead of just the top 3?
I agree.
Nice.
I want to see this Minho Derby on Monday.
Right,
So
like Gold TV would probably have the Minho Derby.
they would if it's playing by itself.
They most certainly would.
So
Yeah.
if BN, if you heard us to get the rights, here, how about an idea? Just get us a couple more games like how Gold TV. They gave us 5 during the week.
It doesn't even have to be on the main channel.
No.
Just put it somewhere.
Yeah.
That's all my rant for the week. That's all.
I did an AI search.
They'll play random. They play random games from the Turkish league.
Yeah, I did a random AI search, and it looks like there's a lot of people noticing this. A lot of people are complaining that only the big 3 are getting airtime when it was originally said that they were going to have every Liga Portugal match.
And this is the thing: is what kind of deal is our league doing? Like, did you?
That's
do
where my
deal?
suspicion.
So that's where my suspicion is too. Is what kind of crappy deal did you make?
Yeah,
you should get it for the league, not just for the top 3. Like even Braga should be included.
Yeah,
absolutely. And Vitória, they have have fans.
Right.
Marítimo, Santa Clara, they have fans. They have people in the diaspora.
Right.
Yeah. Do you think there are a lot of Alanya Sport fans out here in the United States?
If there are, feel free to drop a comment. All right. I think that wraps it up for this week. We will be back again next Tuesday to continue running through this season 2026-27. We're almost a month through it already, guys.
I know.
It is coming quick, but by this time next week, I think we'll be within hours of the close of the transfer window. So maybe we can give our transfer grades or whatever and decide who wins the transfer market next weekend or next week.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, everybody. For Mauricio Ruano and Derek Gomes, I'm Mike Agustinu signing off for another week.